to keep
Good evening and welcome to Express News. I'm Amritpal Singh. Let's take a look at the top stories that we are tracking at this hour. All the 32 accused in the Ayodhya case have been acquitted by the special CBI court. The court said there was no conclusive proof against the accused. 32 accused include former Deputy Prime Minister Lal Krishna Advani, former Union Minister Murli Manohar Joshi and Uma Bharti, former Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Kalyan Singh. Delivering the much-awaited verdict in the 28-year-old case, the CBI judge did not accept newspapers and video cassettes as evidence. The court also observed that late Vishwa Hindu Parishad leader Ashok Singhal wanted to save the structure because Ram idols were inside. The demolition of the Babri Mosque in Ayodhya on December 6, 1992 was not planned and involved anti-social elements. Lal Krishna Advani wholeheartedly welcomes the judgment by special court in Ayodhya. It's a historic decision by the court. This proves that no conspiracy was hatched for the December 6th incident in Ayodhya. Our program and rallies were not part of the conspiracy. We are happy that everyone should be now excited about Ram Mandir's construction. This is what Murli Manohar Joshi of the BJP said. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh welcomed the court's judgment and said that justice has won. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath expressed happiness. He also said that the decision makes it clear that for political bias by the then Congress government, which indulged in vote bank politics, led them to defame the country's revered saints. Bharatiya Janata Party leaders and senior officials associated with the Vishwa Hindu Parishad and various other social organizations. They were framed by false cases. The UP Chief Minister also said that those responsible for the conspiracy should apologize to the people of the country. Ram Madhav tweeted saying truth triumphs. CBI court's acquittal in Babri conspiracy case was long overdue. A malicious case against some of the most respected leaders of our nation has fallen aside. Finally, after 3 decades, everyone should welcome the judgment. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today spoke to Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath on the Hathras incident. Prime Minister directed strongest possible and quick action in the matter. UP CM has constituted a 3-member SIT to probe the Hathras case. The UP CM has directed the SIT to submit the report in 7 days. The SIT will be headed by Principal Home Secretary Bhagwan Savroop. The UP CM also ordered to conduct proceedings in the fast-track court. All 4 accused are in police custody. The EC team is meeting representatives of political parties and taking their suggestions. Team members are also holding meetings with district election officers and police chiefs of 26 districts. India continues to report high number of recoveries. The recovered cases have exceeded the new confirmed again in the last 24 hours. India's recovery rate has leaped past 83.33%. A total of 86,428 recoveries have been registered in the past 24 hours. The number of new confirmed cases stands at 9,40,441. The total number of recoveries has touched 51,87,825. As India witnesses the high single-day COVID-19 recoveries, several states and union territories are reporting more patients recovering than new cases. The average single-day recoveries have touched a record high of 90,000 in the recent days. India's steep rise in recoveries has been possible due to focus and effective implementation of the centre-led strategies through a whole-of-government approach. Focus on 5 T's, that's test, track, trace, treat, technology, has resulted in high level of sustained nationwide outcomes. According to the Indian Council of Medical Research, the total number of samples tested so far is 7,41,96,729. 10,86,688 samples were tested in a single day yesterday. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, who underwent a routine COVID-19 test on Tuesday, has been tested positive. The Tamil Nadu government has extended the coronavirus lockdown in the state till October 31st with some more relaxations. The move comes hours after Chief Minister K. Palaniswamy held a conference with district collectors and asked them to step up efforts to further decrease the COVID-19 mortality rate in the state. Education institutions will continue to remain closed. The relaxations from 1st October include an increase in number of domestic flights allowed to land at the Chennai airport to 100 a day. Cinema shootings will be permitted with a maximum of 100 people at a time. The Supreme Court has refused to postpone UPSC Civil Services preliminary exam to be held on October 4th because of COVID-19 pandemic and floods in several parts of the country. The Supreme Court also refused to consider the plea for clubbing this year's exam with that of 2021, saying this will have a cascading effect. The bench was hearing a plea seeking postponement to the Civil Services exam for 2 to 3 months so that the floods, incessant rains recede and the COVID-19 curve flattens. Mumbai police summons eminent filmmaker Anurag Kashyap for questioning in the alleged sexual harassment case filed by a female actor. Kashyap is to be questioned at the Versova police station tomorrow. MSP operations for Kharif marketing season 2020-21 begin in full swing. Government continues to procure crops at MSP from farmers as per its existing MSP schemes as done in the previous seasons. BrahMos surface-to-surface supersonic cruise missile featuring indigenous booster and airframe section along with many other made-in-India subsystems was successfully flight tested for designated range from Ayodhya, Balasore in Odisha. It is one more major step in enhancing the indigenous content. The BrahMos land attack cruise missile or LACM was cruising at a top speed of Mach 2.8. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh congratulated all personnel of the DRDO and Team BrahMos for spectacular mission. In order to further boost the bilateral international air connectivity, air bubble arrangements are now in place with Kenya and Bhutan. Indian carriers will be able to operate these countries. The carriers of these countries will be able to fly to India. Last date of filing of and revising income tax return of the assessment year 2019-2020 further extended to 30th November 2020. After obtaining due clearances from the Election Commission in view of the Model Code of Conduct, the government has extended the due date for furnishing annual return in GSTR 9 and GSTR 9C from 2018-2019 from 30th 9-2020 to 31st 10-2020. Government has extended the deadline for submission of expression of interest for Bharat Petroleum disinvestment to November 16th. This is the fourth time that the deadline is for submission of expression of interest in Bharat Petroleum disinvestment has been extended to accommodate delays due to coronavirus outbreak. The last deadline was to end today. The Income Tax Department on Wednesday said it had issued refunds worth over 1.18 lakh crore rupees to over 33 lakh taxpayers in 6 months till September 29th. State Bank of India said it will raise up to 5,000 crore rupees through debt instruments in the current financial year. Equity benchmarks closed with modest gains after a choppy session on Wednesday, propped up by buying in select finance and banking stocks amid mixed cues from global markets. After trading on a volatile note through the day, the 30-share BSE Sensex ended 94.71 points or 0.25% higher at 38,067.93. On similar lines, the broader NSE Nifty rose by 25.15 points or 0.22% to finish at 11,247.55. The rupee strengthened by 10 paise to close at 73.76 against the US dollar on Wednesday. Gold prices declined marginally by 26 rupees to 51,372 rupees per 10 gram in the national capital on Wednesday, amid weak global prices and rupee appreciation, according to the HDFC Securities. Silver futures on Wednesday dropped by rupees 1,482 to 60,980 rupees per kilogram as participants reduced their bets on low demand. Crude oil prices on Wednesday rose by 4 rupees to 2,881 rupees per barrel as participants widened their positions on firm spot demand. The death toll across the world has surpassed the 10 lakh mark. 10.13 lakh people have died worldwide due to COVID-19, while over 3.38 crore have been infected by the COVID worldwide. As many as 2.51 crore people have recovered from this virus so far. The United States continues to top the global tally of being the worst hit country by the pandemic so far. Healthcare workers in Peru took to streets in Lima yesterday to protest over labor conditions as the country battles the novel coronavirus pandemic. Protesters demanded better working conditions and pay. In Madrid in Spain, regional health services has started on Tuesday the rapid COVID testing in the lockdown neighborhoods in a bid to stem the spread of the virus in the areas. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has said that the country wants to avoid a full national lockdown at all costs by quickly tracking infection chains and shutting down local outbreaks. Russian President Vladimir Putin has urged the Russians to continue adhering to coronavirus restrictions despite being wary of them following a rise in the cases. The daily coronavirus rate has increased 1.7 fold since September 21st in Russia, with over 11.7 lakh cases. Russia has the world's highest number of infections. 20,722 patients have died so far. In the United States, thousands of elementary students in New York City began in-person instruction yesterday as part of the city's blended learning plan. As per the plan, the students will spend some of the week in schools and the remainder learning at home. President Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the Democratic presidential candidate, engaged in fiery exchange of various issues during their first debate. Biden urged Americans to make a plan to vote and assured the voters that Trump would be gone if Biden wins. Calling Trump a liar, both sides slammed him of having no plan for health care. Donald Trump also accused the Democratic Party for what he called disastrous Obamacare program. A Turkish F-16 fighter jet shot down an Armenian Su-25 warplane over Armenian territory on Tuesday, killing the pilot. 9 stranded pilot whales have died on a beach on Spain's northern coast, but local authorities and residents managed to help others back at sea. The Austrian government has said that the whales were spotted on Monday at Morris Beach in Carreno, while volunteers with officials worked late to help them. It further added that half a dozen have managed to return to the seas but still remain close to the coast. While the team is focusing on keeping them from returning to the beach, the bodies of 9 dead whales will undergo an autopsy in the nearby town of Gijon. Wildlife officials in Zimbabwe are suspecting a bacterial disease behind the deaths of over 30 elephants since late August. They said a bacterial disease called hemorrhagic specticemia is possibly the cause of deaths in elephants, but further tests are being carried out to confirm it. Earlier this year, hundreds of elephants were found dead in Botswana from a type of bacterial poisoning. Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management Authority said that 34 elephants have been found dead so far, while they were found lying on their stomachs, suggesting a sudden death. And an air leak at the International Space Station has finally been traced by Russian scientists following a middle-of-the-night search by astronauts. NASA on Tuesday said that 2 Russian and 1 American on board were awakened late night to hurriedly seal gaps between compartments and search for the leak. Serena Williams withdrew from the Roland Garros on Wednesday as Americans bid for a 24th Grand Slam title suffered another blow. The 39-year-old had arrived at the tournament carrying an Achilles tendon injury. 17-time Grand Slam winner Novak Djokovic beat Sweden's Mikael Ymer 6-0, 6-2, 6-3 to enter the second round of the French Open. The Serb top-seeded dropped only 5 games in the first round win. 5th seed Stefanos beat Spain's Jaume Munar and moved into the second round. Spain's Roberto Bautista August recovered from a slow start to beat home Richard Gasquet and reached the second round of the French Open. In the women's singles, Czech second seed Carolina Pliskova beat her Egyptian Mayar Sharif in the first round. Laura Sigmund saved 7 points to win the first set, 7-5 over Kiki Mladenovic. She won the second set easily and entered second round. Teenage Danish qualifier Clara Tauson caused a shock as she beat American 21st seed Jennifer Brady in the open round. Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju launched the new logo of the Sports Authority of India virtually. Virat Kohli makes it to the top 5 of the most remarkable athletes list. Virat Kohli has managed to beat household names in the world of sports, including PSG forward Neymar and Liverpool star Mohamed Salah. Rohit also features in the list. Rohit stands at number 8 with 103 points. The New Zealand's women cricket team ended a 13-game losing streak against world champion Austria with a 5-wicket win in the third 2020 international on Wednesday. The New Zealand men's team will begin their home season against West Indies with a 3-match apart from the West Indies. Pakistan, Australia and Bangladesh are all set to visit New Zealand in the upcoming months. Chelsea have been knocked out of the EFL Cup by Tottenham on penalties. Mason Mount missed a crucial spot kick as Tottenham overcame Chelsea 5-4 on penalties after the match had ended 1-1 draw. Chelsea have lost 6 of their last 8 League Cup penalty shootouts. This includes all 3 at the 4th round stage. Liverpool midfielder Thiago Alcantara has tested positive for COVID-19 and is self-isolating. He recently signed for the club from Bayern Munich and made his debut as a substitute in a 2-0 win against Chelsea. Manchester City have completed the signing of Portugal defender Ruben Dias on a 6-year deal from Benfica as they move to strengthen their defence. Bayern Munich winger Leroy Sane will miss Wednesday's domestic Super Cup against Borussia Dortmund with a knee injury, while defender David Alaba is also doubtful. Aston Villa has signed Chelsea midfielder Ross Berkeley for loan for the remainder of the 2021 season. Berkeley completed a season-long long loan move to Aston Villa. As Roma legend Francesco Totti paid a surprise visit in a hospital on Monday to a 19-year-old superfan who recently woke up from coma, which medical staff says was partly thanks to a personal video message from the soccer star. Badminton World Federation believes the 3 Asian events scheduled to take place in Bangkok, including the World Tour finals, can become a blueprint on how to conduct future competitions. A German sports doctor on trial for masterminding all-international doping network for athletes admitted to helping athletes with blood doping for years but said he made no profit. 18-year-old Fatima Sultani and her team of 9 young American mountaineers, 3 of them are women, are hoping to climb Afghanistan's Mir Samir mountain and after that travel to Nepal to summit the world's highest peak, Mount Everest. The organizing committee of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics has named Mikako Kotani as its new sports director. She takes over the position on Thursday. Mick Schumacher, the son of 7-time Formula One champion Michael Schumacher, will take part in the opening practice sessions of the Eiffel Grand Prix at Germany's Nürburgring circuit on October 9th. American singer Johnny Mathis has turned 83 today. Mathis had received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award and has been inducted into German Grammy Hall of Fame for his 3 separate recordings. Italian actor Monica Bellucci is also celebrates her 54th birthday today. She appeared in movies like Bram Stoker's Dracula of 1992 and Melina of 2000. Australian singer Helen Reddy, who was known for her feminist anthem I'm a Woman, has passed away today. The 78-year-old singer was diagnosed with dementia in 2015. American singer and songwriter Alicia Keys and rapper Post Malone are set to perform at the Billboard Music Awards 2020. The show will be on air from October 14th. Walt Disney Company is developing a follow-up to its 2019 retelling of The Lion King under direction of Oscar-winning Moonlight director Barry Jenkins. The original 1994 animated Disney classic tells us that the coming-of-age story of a young boy named Simba. The next edition of the Disney D3 Expo has been postponed by a year to 2020. The D3 Expo is a Disney fan convention organized every 2 years. Walt Disney Company will lay off roughly 28,000 US employees in its theme parks division. The company said it was struggling with limited attendance and discontinued the disclosure of California's Disneyland due to the coronavirus pandemic. Actor Joey King is set to start in the screen adaptation of the young adult novel Uglies. The movie will be directed by MCG, who had previously directed 2017 horror comedy The Babysitter for the digital platform. Streamer Netflix has announced that Dolly Parton, the holiday special Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square, will be premiere in its platform on November 20th. It will also feature Christine Baranski, Jennifer Lewis, Treat Williams, and Jean Mason. American guitarist and singer rock Trey Anastasio has turned 54 today. He has released 11 solo albums and has been part of several side projects, including the Turkey Anastasio band, Oysterhead, Ghosts of Forest, and Surrender to the Air have been done. And that's it then in this newscast. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.
Informative, incisive, intensive. Get your daily dose of news and analysis in English News Night every weekday at 9 p.m. on DD India.